You know that feeling, right? When you're stuck on the phone with a so-called virtual assistant and you just want to scream? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to break down a viral online discussion that absolutely nails this very modern kind of frustration: dealing with corporate AI chatbots.
So it all kicks off with something so simple. A Reddit user, Week1, just needed to know a gym's holiday hours. Simple enough, right? But what they got was a bot that not only failed at its one job, but then, and this is the kicker, apparently got an attitude when it was called out for being an AI. This one little story, it's so relatable, and it's our doorway into this whole conversation.
And look, this isn't just a one-off thing. Not at all. It's actually so common that people have a name for it: the AI rage loop. It's that maddening cycle where the very technology that's supposed to help you ends up making you want to tear your hair out.
This right here, this perfectly captures that feeling of being totally trapped. You start with a simple question, but the bot just doesn't get it. It sends you spiraling. You try to rephrase, you beg for a human, but nope. The bot just digs in, repeats the same wrong answer, or even argues with you. And just like that, a tiny little question has blown up into a full-on rage fest.
And you know, sometimes these loops feel like they're designed to trick you. Take this user. They thought they'd finally broken through the wall, only to find out they were just explaining their entire problem all over again to another bot with a different name. It's such a massive waste of time, and it just completely destroys any trust you have in that company.
Okay, so this brings up the big question, right? If these bots are this bad, why on earth are companies rolling them out everywhere? Let's peel back the shiny corporate marketing and see what's really driving this whole thing.
So on the one hand, you've got the official story, the marketing pitch. AI offers 24/7 super efficient support. But on the other hand, you've got the user's theory, which is a lot more cynical. They're saying it's really just about cutting employee costs and, maybe more importantly, making it so difficult to complain that most of us just give up.
And that leads us to this really fascinating concept from the discussion: systems of attrition. The idea here is that the frustration you feel, it isn't a bug in the system, it's a feature. The system is actually designed to be so annoying that you'll eventually just hang up. And from the company's perspective, well, that's one less problem they have to deal with.
And this quote, wow, it just brilliantly points out how disconnected things are. I mean, think about it. In what universe is a longer, more painful customer service call a good thing? Apparently, in a world where management looks at increased interaction time and doesn't see a broken system, they see engagement and success. It's just a total misreading of what's actually happening.
But you know, this isn't just about us, the customers, getting annoyed. This whole push for AI bots has a very real and pretty negative ripple effect on the human employees who are left to clean up all the messes.
I mean, just look at this example from Korea. After they put these AI gatekeepers in place, the call centers saw this huge spike in abusive calls. And it makes perfect sense, right? By the time a customer finally fights their way past a useless bot to talk to a person, they're not just asking for help anymore, they're already furious.
This chart just lays it out so clearly. The AI is basically acting as a frustration amplifier. Instead of solving the easy problems, it's just making the whole situation way more hostile for the actual human agents who have to step in and handle things.
And it's not just the customer service folks on the front lines. This user points out that even internal employees are forced to use these terrible tools. They're spending their own workdays trying to correct the AI's mistakes before it gives the customer completely wrong information. It's just creating more work for everyone.
So when you start putting all these individual stories together, you start to see a much bigger picture. It really feels like there's this huge gap between all the hype around AI and what the technology can actually do in the real world right now.
And when you boil it all down, this is the core of it. This is the fundamental problem. Whether it's finding holiday hours or giving you technical support, the AI is, as so many users put it, just consistently and fundamentally wrong. And that unreliability just undermines the entire point of it.
This list pretty much sums up what everyone in the discussion was saying. The AI hallucinates, which is just a fancy way of saying it makes stuff up. It ends up taking you more time because you have to double-check everything it says. The hype is just way out of sync with reality. And yeah, it fails at the most basic things. When a tool that's supposed to save you time actually costs you time, that tool has failed, period.
And well, this blunt quote from user CostGuilty8542, it kind of says it all, doesn't it? There's this growing feeling that we're in a massive AI bubble, where all the money and all the buzz just doesn't line up with the actual value being delivered.
So, we've walked through the customer rage loop, the corporate logic, the human cost, and the technical flaws. And it all really just brings us to one final crucial question.
Is this technology really being rolled out to make service better, or is it a calculated move to just wear us down until we give up? The next time you're stuck talking to a bot, it's really worth asking yourself what its true purpose is.